Hey, what's going on, guys? Jim Wilkerson here. I am your business and profit acceleration strategist, and I'm going to just take a few minutes here and show you how you can double your profits with just two simple strategies using ridiculously low impacts. What I'm going to show you is this profit acceleration simulator. Now, we have a business assessment tool called the Profit Acceleration Software. This is a simulator that we use, but the software is what we have when we're doing a business assessment for somebody who would like to have more done. So let's say how we do this, what we're doing an assessment is we're going to put in these fields. Let's say we have a $1 million business that's got $1 million in revenue. Now you can put in whatever you want when you're doing this, and you're going to have the ability to use this at your leisure. But I would recommend you use whatever you reported to the IRS last year on an annual basis. Now, if you do a Google search for gross profit margin, Google up gross profit for my industry, and you'll see that they're more closer in the range of 48, 49%, but there's a large number of them that are at 50%. So we're going to leave that in there just for the sake of argument today. That's not that far off. And I'm going to use a 10% net profit margin. Now that's an average. So the averages are between the numbers highs and lows are between 7 and 10, depending on what industry you're in. But for the sake of argument, we're going to use the average, which we believe is 10%. So those are the numbers that we have in there, and you can see that with that $1 million business, 10% net profit, you've got $1 million in net annual profit. So what can we do to double that number? So we're gonna use a couple of strategies that are the easiest to do that don't cost you anything. And the first one is cutting costs. Now we're going to cut costs in this example, by 5%. And you may be saying, boy, in this environment, inflationary environment, I don't know if I can cut costs or not. But you'd be surprised. So many business owners are just blown away when I sit down with them and show the list of how they can actually cut costs in the business even when they couldn't do it anymore. So we're going to do that, and you can see that it adds $45,000 immediately to your bottom line. So that's between $3,000 and $4,000 a month on $1 million business. It might be a little high for you. I don't know. But that's what we're going to use in the assessment today, and you can certainly put in numbers that you think work for you. So the second one we're going to use is we're going to increase your prices. That's easy. Doesn't cost you anything, and we're going to put in a number of 5.5%. So the nice thing about this is that anybody can just raise their prices, but if it's not done properly, let's say for example you don't have a good market dominating position or any compelling offers, you're going to need to innovate your business one way or another to justify the additional value that's going on to raise your prices so you don't lose more customers. So that's what we do. We sit down with customers and our clients and work through that with them to show them the other areas that they need to use to make sure that they don't lose too many customers. Now, in most cases, the beautiful thing about increasing prices is you will lose some customers, but they're the price shoppers anyway, and generally the hardest people to work with. So most of the time I've seen business owners increase prices and hardly lose any clients at all. So worst case scenario, lose clients and down to where you're making the same amount you were before with less clients, and that's a beautiful thing. So now you have the same amount of money, but you have more profits to do what you want with, and you can see here, I'm going to show you, their profit has doubled to $200,000. So we've doubled your money by doing two simple strategies. So as I mentioned, you have to innovate your business to be able to justify raising your prices, and that's what I do. So everybody says they want $1 million business. But how about you stick with $1 million and don't worry about raising your revenue, and let's focus on your profits. So we got all these numbers in here, and you can see what that can do. So what I'm going to do now is show you what can happen if you just apply a very meager increase in all of these areas. Let's say you're able to increase market dominating position, bundling, downsell, everything here by just 1.6%. Now I know up at the top there it says 2.6%, but that's wrong. So we've got to change that. So by doing that, you basically more than double your profits. So these small incremental changes are not that hard to do. It doesn't take hardly any time and to implement. And so, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the ability to play with this yourself, and I'll tell you how to do that in just a minute. So you'll find that below here, the digital marketing is number 12 on this list. Now, there's a reason for that, because it's really the last thing that you should do as a business owner. Listen to me, and I've done this. Most marketing agencies will tell you that you just have to market on, pay for Facebook ads, YouTube, LinkedIn, newspaper, Twitter, Instagram, etc., and spend a bunch of money. But you don't have to do that unless you don't have to do that if you can do the rest of these things first. So that's why we show people these things, and you don't have to spend as much money as you thought. So, but if you don't have a market dominating position, or you don't have any compelling offers, any of these strategies in place, we can certainly help you with that. So now if you go down, and I'm going to show you this in a moment here, if you scroll down here, and you see that there's a deep dive, and what this gives you is another 32 different areas that we use in our business assessments that we can go through with you should you choose to. And at the very bottom, you'll see there's a link here. So after you're done playing with this, go to mybizcoachingacademy.net/sim for simulator. And when you're done with this, it sends me an email, and you'll get a report, and I can call you, and we can see if you want to schedule a 10-minute call with me. And there's no selling, I guarantee you that. It's just I want to get to know you. You want to get to know me, and I want to get to know your business a little bit, so to see if it makes sense for us to move forward in doing an assessment with you. So that's what this is all about. So click on this link when you're all done. But before you do that, be sure you watch this video here. You can see that we have a guarantee. We have a guaranteed ROI for the work that we do. And if you're not working with somebody that has a guaranteed return on investment, don't work with them. This video here too is pretty cool, because it basically shows you the power of compounding. The old story of if you double a penny for 30 days, you'll have more than $5 million. It's the power of exponential growth. So go ahead and watch that. And I just want you to know that I wish the best for your business, whether you decide to work with us or not. Your business is the backbone of the economy, and when you do well, the rest of us all do well. So we appreciate you, and we want to help you. So I look forward to talking with you if it makes sense, and take care, and I appreciate your time. Thank you.